So for today's activity, you're going to be using the Magic Wand tool. Let's start by downloading all the files we need. I would start with the PSD because that's the file you're predominantly going to work in, and then download the sea creatures that are interesting to you. Once you have your PSD downloaded, you're going to go to Photopea and open it. You're going to see that there is a layer called Background Options. You're going to click on this little arrow and open it. All of the options have been hidden, so you can choose which water scene you prefer. Each one looks slightly different. I would recommend turning the eye off and on until you go through all four. Figure out which one you like. Once you're happy with your selection, you can kind of minimize that. Now you're really going to spend the time selecting things out using the Magic Wand tool. You're going to open one of the JPEGs you downloaded. So you're going to go to File, Open. You're going to open the file onto Photopea, and you're going to use the Magic Wand tool to select it out. Remember that you must change the tolerance, or this might become much more difficult than it should be. So let's say this is a little too low. Maybe I can go a little higher, since the yellow is quite different than the purple in the back. That's a little better. Remember to add to your selection until you have an entire selection made. And I did warn you that most of the time you're going to select the thing you don't want and then invert it. So once I'm happy with my selection of my fish, I would go to Select, Invert. I would copy and paste it to its own layer and then bring it into the scene. Once you've chosen one selection and brought it into your water scene, that's when Mr. Tron or myself are going to ask you for your first check-in of the day. You should save your JPEG and go to your check-in slides and drag your photograph in. That way we can see how you're doing. You're going to repeat these steps. You might have to resize and rearrange things depending on proportion. For example, your sea turtle will probably be bigger than most of your fish, right? And your seahorse might be very small. Once you've arranged things the way you like, please make sure you have at least 10 images in your underwater scene. We're going to ask for a second check-in at that point to see that you've arranged them all correctly. Now, step 7 asks you to research your own underwater themed creature to bring into your scene. It can be an object, you want some buried treasure, you want a scuba diver. Get creative with it. I would recommend finding photographs that have a very different background so you can use the Magic Wand tool. If you can't find one, you can always use another selection tool you do know, like the magnetic lasso. You're going to bring your object into your layout, and that is going to be what you submit to us as a JPEG today. Good luck.